Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with Supersize Your Business. And today I want to take and do something a little differently. I want to talk about a basic supersizing your business strategy. Now, I was working with a woman by the name of Hilda. We're going to call her Hilda. That's not her real name yesterday. Uh, and she runs a service business. She wants it to be an offline and online service business. But through our discussion, came to discover that she has got nothing written down, zero documented processes. She's got a business plan, but it's from a while ago and it needs to be updated and ferreted out. But first and foremost, and I'm thinking over the next few days, I might go back to the basics and ask the question. This is a basic strategy for building and growing and supersizing your business. Are you doing it? And are you using this particular basic strategy to the best of your abilities? There are foundational things that we need to do to build and grow and supersize our business. And my conversation with her was very enlightening in realizing that you can run a successful business without doing some of these things, but it is a whole lot harder, a whole lot more complicated. It's more challenging to get anybody to help you build and grow that business. And normally, if we're not doing one of these things, it is out of some type of fear. And it's hard for us to admit as humans that we're afraid of stuff or that we are resisting taking an action because we're not 100% confident that that's the right step to take. We're talking about perfect timing and confidence growth for this year's annual challenge. And so that's what got me thinking along this track of, yeah, we've been talking about all these leading edge different strategies we can apply to our business and to different industries, and we can look to different industries to learn, which is a basic supersizing your business strategy, by the way. And I just got to thinking we need to start at the foundational things, because if you're missing a foundational block, guess what? Everything else that you're building upon that foundation with missing block or blocks is sketchy, and it's apt to fall down or be more subject to different things outside of your control that you probably don't want to have happen to your business. People don't want other people to come in and take over their business with a hostile takeover or getting rid of them. It happens time and time again because some of these foundational things are not in place. So today, the one I want to talk about, thank you, Hilda, very much for getting me on this track, is the absolute critical nature of writing things down, writing it down and documenting what it is you do in your business. I say documenting your processes and procedures and systems so that other people, number one, you can train people how to do them for you and you don't have to do so much work by yourself, especially when people are getting started out. They tend to try to do everything, which keeps them from documenting anything because they're so busy doing everything. And then when they want to get somebody to come into the business and help them, they have no clue because how they're going to do it, because now they have to stop doing what they're doing to teach someone else a part of what they're doing in order to supersize and grow your business. But the secret is, if you write down what you're doing right now, how you're doing it, why you're doing it, your thought process, your decision-making processes, that becomes a tool that you can use to train somebody else and bring people on board. You can outsource different functions and aspects of the business because it's documented how you actually do that. I work with a lot of people that get a coach and use a framework and try to put that framework into their existing business, only to find that the framework was designed for the person that sold it to them business and how they do things, not necessarily how you're going to do things or I'm going to do things. We have to take every strategy, everything we learn, and make it our own. That applies to everything. Think about doing your taxes. Now, I haven't done my own taxes for quite a while, but when I used to do my own taxes, I would go over the changes every year and then look at, okay, how does that apply to my business? We need to do the same thing with documenting and writing down our processes and procedures. And it's as simple as just taking notes on what you're doing step by step as you do it. And then now you've got a document that you can go back on and you can look and say, okay, and my secret is to go through processes backwards. For some reason, for me, it's easier to see the holes in a process or the places that we might be challenged or that might cause us quality defects by going through the process backwards. I must have learned it in college from somebody, because I've done it ever since then. And I'll look at the process forward, but then I will actually go through the process as if I am the product or the service that someone is providing, the company I'm working with is providing. I do that with auditing too. I audit backwards. I don't know. Maybe my brain's a little backwards sometimes, but I found that it's a quick and easy way to find the areas that need improvement. I believe that documenting our processes, writing things down, is the key to continuous improvement. Why? Because once they're documented, all you have to do is tweak and change them and review them when certain events happen. If there's a change in any step of the process. So if I am a manufacturer, not a service provider like Hilda, or maybe I am a service provider like she is, and she wants to hire some coaches to come in and help her with her group coaching program. Well, part of what we discovered was she doesn't want to document anything and what she actually does for people because she's afraid to let go. She's afraid somebody will come in and steal that information from her. Now, we talked about NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, and things like that, and signing contracts with people that makes it illegal for them to actually steal your stuff and go out and make it their own or use it as if it's their own. And that's a whole mindset level of trust thing, which is also a basic supersize your business strategy. So you write things down, you find out what's missing, and you continue to improve them. Whenever there's a change in a step of the process, when there's a change in a provider or a vendor, or we get a customer complaint or a quality defect slips through our cracks, we want to re-examine and look at the process and how we're doing things. We also want to document whenever there's a quality issue or a challenge or a problem or a setback. We want to document that situation so we can create our own library of continuous learning in how we do things, how we handle things. And guess what? We're not always going to handle things like perfectly the first time. We might have to go through several iterations before we get our, for example, quality control process or feedback handling process in place. How do we get feedback from our customers and then analyze and figure out and use that feedback to make our products and services better? So I'm going to call this one, write it down, document your processes as a basic supersizing your business strategy. I'm going to ask you to be super duper honest. Have you got documented processes in your business right now? And if not, we are just where we are, but that's something we want to work on and fix as soon as possible so that we can grow and build and supersize your business. I've never seen a business that has been able to grow and build and supersize without documented processes and procedures and a framework that they use to build and grow. Just my experience. And if they don't have one, guess what? That's what I come in and help do, because that's the basic foundational, easy things to do to help a business really grow dramatically and quickly, which is what most businesses want to do. All right. Have an awesome day. Let me know in the comments below if you think it'd be a good idea to go take a step back for the next, 10 or so days and say, okay, these are the foundational processes I highly recommend you put in place in order to make a strong foundation to build and grow and supersize your business. Let me know if you want to see that. Otherwise, I will go back to my list of 365 topics, strategic topics to talk about every day with respect to growing and building and supersizing our business. And I will continue to pull examples, real live examples, because I think they're a lot more powerful than just talking theoretically. All right. Have a great day. If I can help you, anyway, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.